So, greetings, everybody. We are here. WhiteRa is splitting his probes in a really strange way. And wishing the hi, good luck, against UkraineStar for another game. I'm going to call it game number 2. And I feel bad for UkraineStar already with the spawning positions of these guys, as WhiteRa is very close position. This is going to make it harder for UkraineStar to really get a third before to take it in a really strange spot. And this is going to be a really interesting be able to see what he is, and there is a snipe off from Nicholas Cleaves, so he's cool. So hello to Nicholas, and we're going to continue to go on as I'm going to go ahead and go on busy to make sure that the VOD's not going to have to be spammed by stuff, just in case teammates or everything else want to actually message me. But for now, greetings in what is going to be really, this is essentially game number 1, but we just cast game number 2 accidentally, which is an awesome game. And now we're going to go ahead and watch as UkraineStar is going to still only have drones. I don't think no one's scouted each other. WhiteRa just threw down his gateway to 10 gate. WhiteRa just 10 gated. Okay, so we're seeing a 10 gate coming out of WhiteRa. Is going to now chrono boost out a few probes. It's going to be a high aggression from UkraineStar, and it's really bad for these spawning positions. So WhiteRa is immediately going to feel amazing that he's 10 gating in these spawning positions. So this should be a really interesting build to see, as it's going to be completely dependent on how fast UkraineStar can react to the fact that this gateway is going down very early. He's got to realize that it's early and then just respond accordingly. Is he going to get up an expo, or is he going to go ahead and... Yep, there's a spawning pull down. Will he get the expo next? I actually doubt it, considering what his food count and everything is at. He might want to get his extractor. There it is. Extractor is going to go down. So he's going to try and get speedlings out fairly soon, but not too quickly. So now, UkraineStar is, let's see, the spawning pool is halfway done. While we have WhiteRa with a Cybercore back here, I guess because of the fact that he saw that he saw the 10-gate Stalker build from him, because he's not getting any form of Zealots out of this gateway. He doesn't have the money to quite yet. He has a Cybernetic Core done. He hasn't started a Zealot. He needs to start that Zealot if he's going to want to get done, but it's not going to be done. It's going to go for his 10-gate Stalker, it seems. But there's UkraineStar throwing down his hatchery at his expansion. So solid stuff from him. He doesn't have 100 gas to get the metabolic boost, but he's got to be careful. I'm sure he's confused with the fact that WhiteRa hasn't gone in, but WhiteRa is in fact producing a Zealot. Very, very late. I guess he just wants to get Warp Gate out super quickly. I think that's the whole goal of this opener, because of the fact that he's chrono boosting out, and he's now finished his wall off down here. He just canceled. Did he misplace? I think I actually misplaced the gateway, so it's actually a complete wall off in a way. But now you have Lings moving in, and WhiteRa just gets the Zealot out just in time and blocks off. Cancel the pylon. Yes, he canceled the pylon. So now we have 3 gates out. Will he get a 4th? As it's kind of a strange, fast 4-gate. Hatchery is now getting close to 3/4 of the way done. Queen is on the way. UkraineStar's got to be weirded out by the fact that WhiteRa hasn't pushed in. And it is going to be a 4-gate from WhiteRa with a 10-gate, which is going to mean that a very, very fast 4-gate tech is going to be out. Let's see, 35 seconds left on the warp gate, 45 seconds left on this gateway, so he does not need to chrono boost out anything more from the warp gate, just probably going to produce another unit or 2 and then move out. Look at the units, thing still just had this one Zealot there, and WhiteRa is being forced to actually wall off yet again, and UkraineStar does escape without losing that Zergling. So WhiteRa is just going to send out his Stalker to meet with it. Hopefully he doesn't spawn on this end. That'd be unfortunate. WhiteRa has... Did he wall off with that? I think he didn't. I think he meant to, but I think he didn't. So that could be a really huge deal. There is the proxy pylon being thrown down, and UkraineStar does scout it. He knows where it's going to come in. He's got to throw in spine crawlers. There it is. First spine crawler goes down. But let's see. Warp gate did just finish. 4 gates are now out. Pylon's almost finished. And WhiteRa is throwing down another forward pylon. Stalker and Zealot are now here, but UkraineStar does not have a ton to defend against this. Spine crawler is taking hits. Looks like WhiteRa is going to try and move in. But 4 Zealots. Oh, this is bad. He's actually stopped... oh, no, he hasn't stopped mine, but he just has only 1 gas still. So a lot of Zealots are moving in, destroying a ton of probes. It's running drones from UkraineStar. It's just trying to move in. WhiteRa is continuing to attack and put in the pressure, but he's doing a great job of targeting down the spine crawlers as effectively as he possibly can. So the spine crawler goes down. More Zealots are being morphed in. This is a huge amount of DPS, and their Zealots are just not dying. The first Zealot is about to go down from WhiteRa. There it is, going down. Lings in a good surround. They do have speed. The problem is that Lings in these numbers are not going to be able to fare very well against WhiteRa's mainly Zealot forces. And more Zealots, just strictly Zealots coming out of WhiteRa. He is really putting the pressure, and only 2 guys are in gas. That's why I thought there was fewer gas than he should have had. So WhiteRa is continuing to push in, and it looks like UkraineStar might just try and target down pylons or go straight to the main. I think he might be trying to supply block WhiteRa, as there it is. UkraineStar's expansion does go down. So that is crazy, as WhiteRa's got 9 Zealots running around, and he's going to be able to rip apart any amount of Zealots, and warping on the high ground before the pylon gets taken out, and a sentry is actually in the mix. He's able to force field off and to defend against this, and possibly force field the ramp. That might be what he's trying to do, is force field the ramp after the Zealots get up there, and he really has this game. UkraineStar is trying to match Zealots in the back, but match Zerglings in the back, but these Zealots are just going to destroy him completely. Is what we're going to push in, but here we go. Lings are moving in, and yeah, WhiteRa failed to wall it off with this pylon like he meant to. So UkraineStar is going to start targeting. He's got a great concave against this warp gate, but that's going to open up a hole that's going to be perfectly filled by a bunch of Zealots. And WhiteRa is actually not going with all his forces, still keeping Zealots in here. He actually might take down the hatchery. Lings are working on the Zealots, but the hatchery goes down. UkraineStar does not have 300 minerals. This is it. As long as WhiteRa doesn't die to all of these Lings, which he should not, just needs to send in some more Zealots, and actually he's canceling units. And yep, with these guys moving in, WhiteRa is going to go ahead, and it looks like UkraineStar is trying to kill as much as he can before he GG's. And yep, he's now been revealed, and the fact that that was his only hatchery being made, and he's going to try and be annoyed at WhiteRa, but WhiteRa is now again mining once more. So all he has to do is basically just sit there with units, get out maybe some stalkers, just get a few hits on these Zerglings, and they will go down. One probe goes down from those Lings, but this is just going to be short-lived. WhiteRa's trying to micro to save himself, but UkraineStar is really just trying to do as much as he can. Just look at this on the full screen as it's getting more Zerglings are in here. Going to start wailing down on that Zealot. It does succeed, and with this sentry there, this is really just the last stand of UkraineStar, just trying to do as much as he can with his oh wow, oh great move, phasing through with the drones, but they're not attacking, they're just sort of sitting there. Lings are going to start attacking, but I'm just waiting for UkraineStar to leave, as this is GG, and there it is. UkraineStar does leave the game, so he does lose. WhiteRa is now up 2-0.